XLM fans? I got some juicy news for you as the uniqueness of XLM leads to a brand new product listing. Gonna be very excited about this. Tether, everyone's sitting here going, hey, how is USDT not imploded? And how have US regulators not shut it down already? And you know we're going to talk XLM price action as we survive the low volume of this holiday season so far. Starting it off with your comments, Captain Cornchip says, whoa, Klaus dropping some positive news on XRP. Things must be bullish. Dijal Dahl says, positive news. He made it clear that XRP is not being used for bricks. Oh, gotta start watching the video. The we made it is in reference to, guess what, everyone? We made it through this Thanksgiving lull of crap volume and low interest while still being in the green. You gotta watch the videos. Bitcoin sitting at 37,718, ETH 2,080, XRP we talked about earlier sitting at 61.8, XLM sitting at 12 cents with XDC still not making much of a move, everyone, sitting at 4.9. Ooh, Coinbase International to list 88 linked Doge and XLM futures pairs. Hey now, about 50% of you are going to dig this and 50% of you are going to be like, Klaus, I don't get it. Well, you're going to understand why it's a 50-50 thing here shortly. Coinbase listing schedule as unveiled by the trading behemoth. The four trading pairs, or the four assets, will be listed on December 30th, so Merry Christmas by 10 a.m. Well, not really Merry Christmas if it's a few days later. How about Happy Holiday Season or Happy New Year Early Eve listing, whatever they want to call it. Setting the stage for its clients to embrace the new digital currencies provided by the liquidity conditions are met. Specifically, the trading firm said the pairs ADA Perp, Link Perp, Doge Perp, and XLM Perp markets will go live on Coinbase International Exchange and Coinbase Advance respectively. This listing places the four new cryptocurrencies along BTC, ETH, and XRP. Oh, so at first when they did their futures, right, we were watching this, we were like, oh, this is pretty exciting. You got Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, a few others. Like, oh, this is pretty good. Now they got a second wave of listings, and XLM is one of them. Now, why they listed it? Well, that's actually a really good point. With relatively unclear regulations that bind Coinbase users in the United States, the exchange had to explore a different avenue to serve its non-US customers the right way. This gave birth to Coinbase International, see? So this is only available to Coinbase International customers. That's why I said 50%, you're going to be like, oh, crap, man. I live in the US. I can't participate in this. 50%, you're going to be like, ooh, this is kind of juicy because I can participate. That's right, about 50% of the users or viewers out there are from outside the United States. The choice of these assets was an easy one, considering their unique value propositions and dedicated community of followers. While Cardano has made headlines this year for its new innovations and dedication development efforts, Chainlink has continued to expand its reach as the de facto Oracle service provider for the industry. The duo of Dogecoin and Stellar also have their unique appeal and audiences, making them the right pick for Coinbase International. Apparently, Coinbase is looking at it going, you know what? We think there's enough want to play in the XLM perpetual futures market that, you know what? We're going to list it. That's a great sign, everyone. That tells you that there is some excitement there. Now, how is Tether staying out of trouble? Seriously, money printer go burr. We're watching USDC market cap erode left and right while Tether just gets bigger and bigger. People are saying Tether's Black Swan. I'm sitting here going, dude, they may have escaped the whole Black Swan thing altogether. Tether collaborates with the Department of Justice to freeze a record 225 million USDT linked to criminal activity. So that's how they're doing it. They're playing with the United States Department of Justice. So basically what they're saying is, you know, hey, look, Department of Justice, we're freezing some bank accounts for it, the most we've seen in history. Can you kind of like run a little protection for us or let us know if things don't look good? Stablecoin issuer Tether has moved to freeze a whopping 225 million, believed to be belong to an international human trafficking group in Southeast Asia to assist the U.S. Department of Justice. Tether revealed on Monday that it has taken measures to block self-custody digital wallets holding USDT that were linked to a human trafficking syndicate in Southeast Asia. The bad actors are running an expansive pig butchering scam. Tether revealed that the freezing of the 225 million followed months-long investigative effort into the movements of the funds between the firm and crypto exchange OKX. Wow. Through proactive engagement with global law enforcement agencies and our commitment to transparency, Tether aims to set a new standard for safety within the crypto space. That is from Tether CEO Paulo Ardiano. This is important because you're wondering how they're able to do it. Well, easy. They're playing well in the sandbox with U.S. regulators. Now, if they would have been like, look, nope, sorry, not helping you. Don't you think the U.S. would have clamped down a little bit more by now? And yeah, of course. But instead, they're like, yo, we'll freeze some assets for you. Oh, a little human trafficking. Oh, maybe a little bit of terrorismo activities over there. Oh, maybe some nefarious activities. We'll freeze action for you. So Tether's playing like both sides of this. And the Black Swan event, the longer we go on, the less likely it's becoming. But still, money printer go, brr, come on now, Tether. How are you able to do it while all the other stable coins out there are failing? Crazy, isn't it? And by failing, seriously, PayPal, PYUSD, market cap sucks ass. Total failure. I mean, seriously, total failure. Let's do that. Let's look at PYUSD market cap real quick, just so I can show you how much of a failure it is, and then we're going to talk about XLM pricing. And we've got the market cap up on the screen right now, sitting at 158 million. We're talking USDC in the 23 billion mark and Tether in the 80 billion mark. Now, I will say, okay, we have seen a little bit more of an uptick, but this is still poo-poo results. You're talking about 158 million. That's bad. That's not a good launch whatsoever. Now, XLM price action. We talked about XLM futures and how it's exciting because guess what? They're saying, hey, look, this is one of those products out there that has enough oomph in the market, enough interest for us to list it. That's a good sign. Now, I understand because when you look at it, we're at the laggard of things. At the 3 month, we're at the negative. At the 6 month, hey, we're pretty big at the positive. Have we held on to Taurus pumps? Sure thing. I've got the Taurus pump cross up on the stream. 9.6 pre-Taurus pump. So at 9.6 pre-Taurus pump, we're pretty close to right now 25% above where we were at Taurus time. That's a really good sign. Maybe, just maybe, the worst is behind us. Look what happens when we go to the year-to-date. Lot stronger. Year-to-date, we're looking all the way back here at 7 cents. Look at that. 7.08 cents, everyone. So yes, XLM looking green for the year. The single digits, right? We get close to them. We get close to touching them every so often, but we've rebounded. And that's what this section is right here. Even on those scariest of times, look at these lows. 10.1, 10.1, 10.3, 10.2, 10.1. So we're still holding above 10 cents. And right now we're sitting at 12 cents. We made it through a low volume initial holiday oomph. And now global macroeconomic conditions are starting to lighten up a little bit. So Tether money printer go burr. But the money printer isn't blowing up. And the reason it's not blowing up is because the people running the money printer are also helping out the United States government, specifically the Department of Justice. Tether coming out freezing $225 million is a huge sign of good faith. And that big sign of good faith is what's keeping them out of trouble, because this isn't the first time that Tether has done this. There's been plenty of instances out there where Tether has frozen funds in order to help out the United States and other governments around the globe. So Tether, ironically, is playing nicely in the sandbox, while at the same time, money printer going burr. Meanwhile, the rest of the crypto stablecoin market is just an absolute mess, and somehow Tether keeps growing. A little bit of protection from the United States, specifically the DOJ, as so it seems. Now, XLM, some excitement is brewing. Why? Because we see that XLM is big enough in the want category, right? The desire, the want, for it to create a new category of products, XLM Perp, right? Their future stuff. That's pretty cool, because I want you to think of all the other cryptos out there that were ignored. Yeah, that's a huge list when you really think about it. Now, granted, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP were on that first list, right? And they did. They tackled the big ones when it comes to, hey, the biggest communities, the biggest engagement, the biggest bags. But now you got XLM on, right, that secondary involvement, which is a good sign. Now, I've got the chart up in front of me that I'm looking at this while I'm talking to you, and I'm sitting here and I'm going, you know what? The only problem is, though, is XLM severe laggard. And we've had a lot of problems breaking through into some really juicy price action. In fact, when the Taurus pump was happening, a lot of us were watching. We did a live stream on it, and we're like, yo, we might be able to hit 20 cents. Nope, didn't happen. And then this most recent pump, we didn't get any much further than 13.2. So it's like, oh, okay. So there is this definite laggard effect, and it's definitely holding XLM back from its full potential. But we're also seeing the positivity as in XLM new products being listed because, yes, the community and the desire is there. And I'm going to have to lean with Coinbase International on this and think, you know what? They're doing the market research. They got to know that there's enough juice, enough want there to launch that product. Otherwise, why would they try to even pick that, right? When there's so many other cryptos that they could have picked. So there's some good news, there's some neutral news, and then there's some laggard news. But the best news is, though, is it really appears that economic conditions are starting to thaw. And that through the rest of this year, we should have a pretty clean runway as long as the global regulators out there don't want to take another bite out of crypto. So let's hope for a good, juicy rest of this year. I'm going to keep coming with the updates. Got a little bit of a stretching session to do tonight. Some auction action. If you want to check out the gold and silver show, submit me a story. Check out the email. Yes, everyone, it's on the main channel page. You're going to have to use PC to look it up. Send me an email. Tell me a story. What did you find? What did you pay? And maybe it'll be listed on the show. If you want to check out the first 2 gold and silver programs that we've done on this channel, these 2 videos right here. Like I said, I got a stretching session and a little bit of mobility work, a little bit of massage gun action, and some hydration. What are you cool cats doing? Let me know in the comments below. I'll catch y'all later.